Youth Day is celebrated on the 16th of June. And this episode of Ed Talks, whilst we're a bit late for Youth Day, we're going to talk to some of the youth, our young leaders, and see what they have to say about what Youth Day means to them and what it means to be a young leader in the community. I'm Ed, and welcome to the next episode of Ed Talks. Thought I'd try a different intro rather than telling you who I am and why we're here, etc., etc. And so we're going to talk to a few young people. And Mika, say hi. And Josh, say hi.
I'm always glad, Daniel, to be defined as young.
Okay.
So thanks.
But we're not going to be talking to these two or myself because we're not young. We're actually the old fogies of the community now at the ripe old ages of 30s and the 40s. So Youth Day, we're going to talk to Dilla, Hubbo, BBYO and Sorges. There are a lot more people we can talk to, but it's just about who's here. It is holidays at the moment. So stay tuned for more about Youth Day and our youth. Okay, so welcome back to Ed Talks for our Youth Day special. And as much as I am young at heart, I'm not young by age, so I can't really feature in this. So as promised, we're going to be interviewing a couple of young leaders in the community. And the first person that's going to be on Ed Talks for this Youth Day special is Ali. Ali, welcome to Ed Talks.
Thank you for having me.
And Ali, you are the president of BBYO.
Yes.
And let's just be clear, we're going back to the archaic ways. You know, there's no longer just a head student or a president. There's now a girl student and a girl president and a boy president.
Yeah, so there's a B'nai B'rith Girls president called the Nasir, and then Gideon will talk about the Gadol, who is the boy president.
Okay, so we're back to boys and girls. Okay, so Ali, welcome to Ed Talks. It's Youth Day coming up on Tuesday, the 16th, so this will air probably shortly after that or a week or so after that. What does Youth Day mean to you as a young leader in the community? And you're grade 11, right?
Yes.
Okay. What does Youth Day mean to you?
So I think Youth Day is important because it recognizes the power that the youth have, like the freedom that we have and the power we have in the community to make a difference. And I think in South Africa and Cape Town especially, like being a Jewish leader in the youth organizations, it's very important to recognize the power you have to make a difference, because if you can't recognize that, then how will you ever make a difference? You have to start at the point in knowing that your voice matters. So that's why I think Youth Day is important.
Wow. Okay, wow. So I just came back from Washington, where I interviewed a whole group of students at universities around the world, and they are incredible young leaders having to have faced a lot of challenges at universities and campus post-October. Listening to you, it gives me real hope for the future that in Cape Town, we've got incredible young leaders like yourself coming through.
Thank you.
What would be a message that you'd want to give to your fellow peers? So you've got other grade 11s, you're going to be in grade 12 next year, then hopefully you go on to your Sorges type of organizations, and then if you don't flee the country for greener pastures, which by the way, the grass isn't green on the other side, it's just a different color of green, but Cape Town's still one of the best cities in the world. What would be your message to, you know, you've got your grade 9s and 10s, getting them involved, something inspirational for them?
I would say to take action. I think rather than sitting on the sidelines, it's important to be the one who does. Like, I think taking action and just grasping every opportunities that we have here in Hertzler, in Cape Town, in the youth organizations, it's important to understand that it's not all about after school. It's not all about just when you're older. Like, you can start today. And I think just taking action and starting today is very important. And that's what I would hope for everyone like younger than me to get involved, take action, be the one who does.
Perfect. So a disclaimer, as I always say, I'm not a professional videographer. That's why I'm doing this and going up and down, because I'm trying to get the BBYO top in and the logo, just to keep Martine happy. Just that's important. And last question, what do you love about what you do at BBYO? Maybe just tell for our audience, for the community, what's BBYO and what do you do? What do you enjoy about it?
So it's the world's leading Jewish teen youth organization in the world.
That's going to flash up on our screen in bright lights. Okay, say it again. The world's leading Jewish youth organization, awesome.
Teen youth organization. And it's teen-led.
Okay.
So that's my favorite part by far. We as the board have the say in everything. Wow. So unlike other youth organizations, it's completely teen-led. So we have the power and it's really our voices. So I think being involved and being a leader has really helped me understand the power we have. So that's like taken into other aspects in my life. Yeah. And I think knowing what teens want, we can give that. So that's the best thing for me about BBYO, is that it's teen-led and it really just shows our influence.
So that's amazing. So you're telling me in my 40s, I don't know what teens want. Okay, no, we'll edit that out. No, we won't. No, but that's amazing, Ali, and I think the messaging is great, and I think that you're so involved and you're so passionate, and I can hear it in your voice. Now I know why Martine said I should interview you. So just keep up the incredible work you're doing with
Thank
BBYO. Good luck for grade 11 exams. You got exams now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oi.
Yeah.
And then matric next year. But I'm hoping a lot of young people are going to listen to Ali's message, and they're going to listen to what you're saying, and it inspires them to get more involved in our youth movements, and then in the BBYOs and the DILA programs, and then they move into the SORGES, etc. And then one day, who knows, maybe a new director of the Jewish Board of Deputies is sitting on my left here. I'll write your recommendation.
Thank you.
So Ali, thank you so much. Happy Youth Day. Enjoy that. Do you get the day off, or do you have to work?
I write in like probably 2 days after.
No, man,
so
Youth Days.
Yeah,
it's
Youth
a public
Day,
holiday.
I'll take the day off.
You'll take the day
Yeah,
off.
I'll
You
take the
deserve
day
it.
off. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks, Ali.
Thank you.
So we just heard from Ali, who's the girl president, we'll say female president of BBYO. Now we've got the boy president, or the male president of BBYO, Gideon. Welcome
Hello.
to Ed Talks.
Hi, nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Gideon, the Godot of South Africa, Cape Town. I'm just very excited to be on this podcast. Thank you.
Excellent. Apparently it's been built up. It's like being on Oprah Winfrey, apparently. Look under your chair. No, nothing under your chair. But shame, it's bloody cold here. I'm in a shirt, a jersey, and a jacket, and you're in the t-shirt.
Yeah, no, I'm quite cold. I can't lie.
You can't, and you didn't want to go inside, so that's your problem. Sorry. So Gideon, Youth Day's coming up on Tuesday the 16th. You're grade 11, right?
I'm grade
okay. So what made you get involved with BBYO?
I think I originally started quite late. I was just hearing all these opinions from people who were in the community, in BBYO, and in all of these organizations, and I just thought, why not get involved? What is there to lose? And I started, and I just fell in love. And once you're there, it's just so amazing to connect with all these people who have similar backgrounds to you.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to share your opinions with them and just see what everyone feels about stuff. It's great.
And you say you got involved late. What's late? So BBYO is normally grade 8.
Yeah, I think
12,
I started in grade 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
You know what? It's never too late to get involved. I only got involved in proper community work, probably at the age of 37. And that was 10 years ago, so I won't tell you my age. And that was getting involved in the shul committee, and then actually on the school board, and then the board of deputies. So it's never too late. You are very young to get involved. And what do you think stands out for you in terms of BBYO, in terms of involving all the young leaders? We heard from Ali, it's teen-driven. What stands out for you?
What I think stands out is the community of BBYO. It's insane how I go to America and form such strong connections with all these Jewish teens. And the only thing that is the similar between us is our backgrounds, and that we are Jewish. We have no other connections. We're from all places, all over the different places in the world. I'm from South Africa. They were from America, all over Israel, South America. And it was amazing to see us bonded over our shared connection over Judaism, and to learn from each other and to learn about each other's communities, which I found amazing.
So did you go to a BBYO conference recently overseas?
Yeah, I
was
did.
that the one in Washington earlier? No?
That was the one in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, that's
Philadelphia.
it. Oh, okay. So how many students attended that?
It was a few thousand. It was
From all over the world?
it was insane.
Yeah.
The highlight was just learning about their cultures and how similar we are, but so different.
Yeah.
So we are so lucky to have such a good Jewish community around us.
Yeah.
But some of the people there had such small communities, and it was so interesting to hear about how they practice their Judaism in such small communities, and even in the big communities like America.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear how we all Jewish, and how we also different but so similar.
And did any of the teens at that international event, did they talk about any of the challenges? Are they different? How do you find being a young Jewish leader in Cape Town versus what you may have heard of a young Jewish leader at a school in America or in Germany or France or any other country?
There's obviously some challenges that I've heard about overseas from people in America about the anti-Semitism and stuff like that. Over here, I haven't really experienced much anti-Semitism. But
I just want to emphasize that because that's the work that we do. So thank you for verifying that. Okay. So you haven't experienced that much compared with overseas?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories overseas about horror stories about anti-Semitism and even threatening violence. It's crazy.
Yeah. So to end off, give us a message as we say hi to Rabbi Swain. Hello, Rabbi Swain.
Hello, Rabbi.
You can pop into Ed Talks, Rabbi, if you want to. You can say hello. There you go. Say hi, Rabbi. Hello,
Morning,
welcome to
everybody.
Ed Talks. How's it? It's not live, but welcome to Ed Talks.
Hello, Rabbi.
Nice
Nice to see you, Rabbi.
So, Gideon, to end off, a message for young leaders in the community.
I think
Why should they get involved?
I think just start out small. You never know if you could make the next big impact. So take everything small, take it in your stride, go with the flow, and just be you.
Excellent. Gideon, a great message. And as Ali's sitting there waiting, she's not as cold. But guys, thank you so much. Gideon, thank you so much. And just
Thank
keep
you.
up the good work you're doing. And Ali, the great work you're doing as well. You're both doing great and good work. And so Ed Talks, those are two of our young leaders in the community. And we're going to be hearing from more shortly in the episode. So stay tuned for more. Okay, welcome to Ed Talks again, Youth Day special edition. And I'm here with Mia Jaffe-Briner, who is the head of Habonim. Mia, welcome to Ed Talks.
Hi.
So what's your official title at Habonim? Because I know you got all weird and wonderful words that I
Yes.
learned last year. You're not a shmuli, a shmadi, a buddy. You're
No.
what's your title?
Siganit Mazkira, which means I'm Deputy Secretary General.
Oh,
Big
sounds like the
word.
ANC there. Deputy Secretary General, okay.
Who knows? And I'm a chinuchik advisor on campus here, so I'm head of the education on campus here.
Okay, wow. I told you some big words there for the leaders. You can't just say head. I'm the director.
You gotta make it sound fancy.
You do, you do. Okay, so Mia, we're talking Youth Day. What is Youth Day? When you think of Youth Day, what does it mean to you? What do you think of?
Youth Day, for me, is...
Sorry, we're just noting the difference in height here. So I'm not a professional videographer, but we're going to do something.
cool camera tricks.
Yes.
Youth Day for me highlights the importance of the youth in a community and society. It really highlights that the youth are courageous and resilient and have a fire and a passion that you don't always see in older generations. I think for me, Youth Day, there's this rhetoric that like the youth are the future leaders and the future of our community. But I think the youth are our leaders right now. And the youth are shaping our community right now with the things that they do. And just like, those students who spoke out against what they thought wasn't right, Bantu education, the youth have the power to stand up and speak about what they don't think is right today. And I think they are. People must realize that being a young leader doesn't always have to be in a position of power, or in a representative position. Like, you can be a young leader in any aspect. If you feel passionate about any project, about helping on agriculture farms or doing drives for the fires, that makes you a leader. And Cape Townians need to stand up and realize that everything makes them a leader if they are passionate about it.
Okay, great. Well, I think then that's the message, is to all young people, get involved now.
Yeah, get involved. And I think that
And join Hubbo, apparently.
join Hubbo.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think the easiest way to get involved, to be a leader, is to be involved in a youth organization or a youth movement. Go on camp. Send your kids to camp. It's the easiest thing in the world. And from our youngest age group to our oldest age group, we're making leaders. We're making critical thinkers. We're making kids who are confident, who feel like they can stand up for a kid in class or say something at the Shabbos table, and get involved in the community. We always say we want young people in the community, so come on camp.
You need to be able to tell us what you need, and I think that's an important message.
I agree. And I think that if I look at, our youngest age group that are becoming madrachim on these like small mini machanes and such are 16, 17, and they are impressing me like nothing. I'm so impressed with how being involved in Habonim, they are taking up that leadership. Even on these small programs, it's a bright future for the Jewish community.
Excellent. For Mia, great talking to you. I'll probably see you at the end of the year when I come traipsing around all the different camps. And just keep up the incredible work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Okay. More coming on Ed Talks. Okay, so we're back on Ed Talks, and I'm learning about the different titles that all the youth organizations have. And I think one area where we as the senior leadership of the community can help is by actually giving them proper names. because as we heard with BBYO, you got a boy president, a girl president. Habonim's got a Hebrew, very long name of Mia's title. And now I welcome Dan from Diller, who's not deputy or assistant. He is
second staff.
what the hell? Second staff? Are you the only 2 staff members in the whole of Diller? You
Well,
and Ruby, or
It's 4 staff. There's me, Ruby, and then there's 2 matrics.
so is Ruby 1 staff or first staff?
Ruby's coordinator.
Coordinator. Okay, cool. We'll help you guys work on renaming, because I think when you go into a meeting, you go, I am the second staff. Doesn't, if you said I'm deputy director or assistant,
Vice president.
something like that.
Something.
Okay. But Dan, welcome to Ed Talks.
Good to be here.
And a disclaimer, Dan apparently has been watching Ed Talks since I started. So he could be one of those top fans that I get like eking out on social media. So thanks. Appreciate your support.
This is like a dream come true for me. I've been like dreaming about this day, being here
Yeah.
behind the camera next to you.
Oh my God, you and
to
Rabbi
be here.
Sam, I have the same dream. Anyway, we're here talking Youth Day. So Dan, as second staff or as one of the leaders of Diller, maybe just explain Diller to our audience so that the community that they don't know, what does Diller do?
Sure. So Diller is a international Jewish leadership program. Diller has 20 students in grade 11, and there's different cohorts throughout the world. We focus on things like Jewish identity, leadership, peoplehood, tikkun olam, all things that are important to us as Jewish leaders and also as people in general in the world.
Okay, now you can see the professional that I am as a videographer. I go in and out manually with my tripod. How do you view South African young leaders or the Western Cape young leadership at the moment now? Where do you see, are we in a good space? There's work to be done. What's your views?
Well, I'll start off with specifically the Western Cape young
Yeah.
leaders, and we were actually talking before the show started about the difference in leadership in the Western Cape and in other parts of the country.
He wants to say Gauteng, man. Just say it, Cape Town and Joburg.
Cape Town and
Yes.
Joburg, I mean,
Yeah.
that seems to be the general argument.
Yeah.
But I think there's work to be done, and that's a good place to be. It's not like a pessimistic point. I think it's actually quite optimistic. It means we can work, it means we can get there.
Yeah.
I think going back to what Youth Day
Yeah.
means for leadership in
Yeah.
the Western Cape, it means that, I mean, we saw back in 1976, I think it was. whenever Youth Day was.
I wasn't even born.
I don't even know if that's the
Yes.
right thing. Where the Soweto uprising happened
Yeah.
and Youth Day stemmed from, the youth took it into their hands
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
decided that we can actually make a change, and they
Yeah.
did, despite the challenges of doing that. And we see now from that leaders in the Western Cape and wherever have that ability too.
Okay.
It's not always about these grand actions either. It
Yeah.
could be starting with community work, volunteering,
Yeah.
and those small things make a change.
Yeah.
I always say, like, one of my things is that we're all leaders, even if
Okay.
we don't think we are. If we inspire someone, if we smile at someone on the streets, change their day, that's a leadership action because you've done something to progress someone else.
That's amazing. What would your message be to those young people?
I think it's twofold. I think not only do we have the power, but we have the responsibility to do something. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's not as hard as we think
Yeah.
to start. It can be as something, as I mentioned before, as simple as smiling at someone on the street.
Yeah.
But it can go to volunteering. It can go to being involved in a organization of
Yeah.
of your choosing.
Yeah.
And never mind what you do for everyone else in the community.
Yeah.
As a community leader, you'll also get some benefits from that too, personally.
And I'm very happy that you found on Ed Talks. Maybe we'll get you on another Ed Talks later in the future.
Looking forward. Thanks for having me.
More to come on Ed Talks, I hope. Okay, so we are talking about the youth. And yes, I know we said Youth Day, and Youth Day happened to be a few weeks ago, but it's Youth Year, we'll call it. And I'm here with someone that is a celebrity. She's traveled all the way from Washington, D.C. to be with us finally in Cape Town. It's Rachel Castle. Rachel, welcome again to Ed Talks.
Thank you so much for having me again, Dan.
And now just tell us, for all of the viewers as I move this, What's the feedback been like from your last Ed Talk in Washington?
I think I'm a local celebrity now. Lots of positive feedback, mostly from my family.
Oh, good.
So shout out to them.
Okay.
And yeah, happy to be back.
Perfect. So in Washington, we spoke about the AJC Global Forum and why you were there. I think I can follow on from that is that Youth Day was the 16th of June.
Yeah.
On this episode of Ed Talks, we've spoken to a few young people to understand what does Youth Day mean to you? Because obviously you weren't around when it happened, why it's modeled on from 1976. What does it mean to you and the importance of young voices, young leaders speaking out in our community?
I think every year I reflect on Youth Day. I think the youth is such an important body. We have such strong voices, we have fresh perspective, new ideas, and I think that Youth Day is just a reminder maybe to the older generation to just take a step back and listen to the new voices. We have new perspectives, we're innovative, we're taking new technology and building new things, and I think that like new voices we're the future, and I think that we need to be regarded in that way.
I think that's great, and I think the other important aspect is that we have young people that want to step into these spaces like yourself. You don't just become chair of Sorges in Stellenbosch because you were bored and you had nowhere else to go. You have a passion for the community, you have a passion for the students on campus, and a passion for a better life for the students in those spaces, right?
I think as a student, you sort of have to reflect on what you have around you. Do you have Shabbos dinners on campus? Do you have shul events? And then think, where did those come from? They came from students diligently working behind the scenes, and maybe you want to be one of those people who brings impact, who brings it for the future generations. When I started as Sorges, started in Stellenbosch, there was no Sorges, there wasn't Shabbos dinners, and now first years come, they take it for granted, they're ready for our parties. And so I think just get involved, because the impact long term is just so special. And when I no longer am a youth to be interviewed for Youth Day, I hope that there's still youth there who
That's a long time.
are impacted by my by all that I've done. And get involved young. There's so many institutions in the Jewish community, also outside of the Jewish community. It's great to have Jewish voices within South Africa in all platforms, and I want to see more and more people having their voices heard.
And like you said, to end off, because I know this is a short little Ed Talk, is what might have worked 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, things have changed, and it's not for me as the 40-something-year-old to tell you, the 20-something-year-old, what you want or what you need or how to do it. It's for you to tell me what you need, and for us to actually, not to work in silos, but for us to work together, which I think, if we look at the board and Sorges, we work quite closely together.
Yeah.
And I think that's been fantastic over the last 2 years working with Sorges Stellenbosch.
Yeah, I think make your voice heard and collaborate. There's so many people who want to hear your story and they want to hear your ideas and opinions, even if they sound crazy. That's how all new things are started, and so I just think get involved and make an impact.
Fantastic. Well, Rachel, as always, it's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Thanks again.
And now that's Washington and Cape Town. Where are we going to talk next?
I don't know, we're going to have to see.
We're going to have to figure out, depending on what our budgets are. Tune in to see next time. Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you.
So this concludes another episode of Ed Talks, our Youth Day, Young Adults Youth Edition, even though it's in July now. It's not a perfect science, Ed Talks. It's real. We keep it real here. Now, you're probably wondering why I am standing behind a green screen. It's not a green screen. It's actually a blue wall in my office. There we go. And I've got my jacket zipped up. Thanks, Kobe. Because it's freezing outside, and I wasn't going to walk around and do a closing slide. So I think it's been an absolutely amazing episode of Ed Talks, really inspiring, talking to Ali, Gideon, to Dan, to Mia, and to Rachel. These are the young adults in our community leading the organizations. These are our future leaders, the future chairs and the directors of our boards and our feds and our mentors and our care services and schools and shuls, etc. And there's so many more young adults we could have interviewed. B'nai Akiva, Netzer, Sorges Western Cape, Moishe House and others. There just wasn't enough time. So we will get them all on future Ed Talks. So I hope this has been as inspiring and as energetic as it's been for me. And I am feeling motivated and confident that we've got some incredible young leaders for the future. So from me, Ed, I'm young. Keep it kosher.